Although Ashley Judd was born country music queen, she made a name for herself as an actress. Mother Naomi and older sister Wynona are towering personalities in the country, but Ashley makes a name for herself both on screen and as a humanitarian activist. Born in California, Ashley spent her teenage years in Kentucky pursuing a variety of interests so diverse that she attended no fewer than 13 different schools before beginning college education at the University of Kentucky. During her time there, she also met other actors like Charles Dutton and future husband Courtney Bvance. There her film career began with appearances in Boyz n the Hood (1991) and Malcolm X (1992). In the latter, she played Betty Shabazz and began an important theme in her work. The man we all know as Gene Simmons has somehow managed to hold on to his fame long after most people stopped taking care of kisses. His true story is not typical of a rock star, as he was born in 1949 in the coastal city of Haifa in Israel and lived there for the first 8 years of his life. He was born with the name Chimwitz and eventually changed to Eugene Klein and later to Gene Simmons in his late teens when he arrived in New York City with his brother and mother in the late 1950s. Her father Richard was stationed in Vicenza near Venice when Amy was born in 1974. The family, which included 7 children, moved from base to base for several years. The family eventually settled down in Castle Rock, Colorado, in the early 1980s, and Amy began embarking on the long road to ballet and choir that eventually led to her breakout role in the starring role of Junebug in 2005, just before her 31st was released said birthday. Her Vegas residency has broken records and her career continues to develop, especially since she produced and starred in the Hustlers hits of 2019. Jennifer Lopez has a long history of relationships, but recently got engaged to baseball star Alex Rodriguez after a 2-year relationship. Her phenomenal body at the age of 50 thrills many people around the world, and her ability to shine as a mother of twins also motivates her fans. Justin has had a wild career since he was spotted at the age of 13 by Scooter Braun and Usher on YouTube. Since then, the young superstar has experienced a series of ups and downs ranging from major musical successes. He was the youngest artist to reach 5 U.S. albums #1, to stories of bad press. His biggest success so far was his swift marriage to supermodel Hailey Baldwin, now Mrs. Bieber. When Elvis died, a piece of each of his true fans died with his greatest celebrity. Began his career at a time when you really had to be good to survive. He has stood the test of time, and his legacy will last forever. The 11 chosen over him could not even carry his bags, which was Elvis and will always be the greatest artist who has ever lived. American singer and actress who reached the peak of her career in the 1940s. Gibson then appeared in several films before she got her first starring role in the movie Lucky Cowboy in 1944. Although she is still alive, not much is known about her health and her life. Eventually raised in Kenya, Lupita would move to the United States to visit Hampshire College. There she earned a BA, studied film and theater before embarking on a career as a Hollywood production assistant. After 3 years behind the scenes, she played a role in a short film called East River, the fame in a first-round draft pick to join the Minnesota Vikings in the NFL. As part of the famed Purple People Eaters, Page was in the Pro Bowl 9 times in a row and played in 4 Vikings Super Bowl games. Meanwhile, he made progress, which would soon become a brilliant legal career. Even when he frightened his opponents, Page held a course at the law school at the University of Minnesota. Believe it or not, the baseball player is rare, even finishing his college. So, you can imagine how unusual it is for a major league pitcher to earn the title of doctor. In fact, He did it by setting the standards for pitching productivity with as many as 9 MLB teams. But it was his tenure at the Los Angeles Dodgers, where Marshall really made a name for himself, won a Cy Young Award in 1974, and has led several records as relics, which still have the highest scores in their respective categories. Marshall set the record for most games in one season at 106, and most of the reliefs in a row with ridiculous 13 games in a row. Whenever a consumer sees one of them, he thinks of the other. In the U.S., a customer from Cantor had used a celebrity in some of his ads for over 10 years and wanted to know if they should continue the relationship. Our analysis showed that the ads with the celebrities performed better in important points than those without the celebrity. Celebrities not only have the money to buy expensive cars and the time to enjoy them, but the status is also a big problem for many public figures.